Welcome back. Once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very simple keto appetizer recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make super simple keto mozzarella sticks. These are great little appetizers or a snack or quick side dish. They are wonderful. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while you do all that, let's get cooking. Cut 6 string cheese sticks in half to create 12 cheese portions. If you don't have string cheese, you can just use a block of mozzarella cheese and cut 12 sticks that are around 4 inches long by about 1 inch thick. Then set your cheese aside for just a minute. In a medium-wide bowl, place 2 large eggs and 10 milliliters or around 2 teaspoons of the milk of your choice. Whisk the eggs and the milk together until everything is fully combined, then set it aside for a minute. Measure out about 37 grams or around 1/3 cup of coconut flour. Then take 2 tablespoons from that 37 grams and place 2 tablespoons of the coconut flour into a separate medium bowl. You're going to use the other coconut flour later, but right now we just want only 2 tablespoons of it into that bowl. Make sure that when you measure out your coconut flour that there are no lumps in your coconut flour. Then set that aside for a minute. In another bowl, combine 100 grams or around 1 cup of finely crushed pork rinds or keto breadcrumbs. Make sure, whether you're using the pork rinds or the breadcrumbs, make sure they are very finely crushed. The finer they are crushed, the better they will stick to your cheese sticks. Add 1 teaspoon of dry oregano, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground paprika. If you're not using the pork rinds, then you can add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. If you're using the pork rinds, you don't want to add any salt because pork rinds are already very salty. You can also adjust or change these seasonings according to your personal taste. Use a fork and stir everything together until everything is fully combined. Pour about 1/4 of the pork rind mixture into a separate wide bowl. You don't want to add this all at once to the bowl because while you're doing the coating process, if you have it all in the bowl at once, it's all going to get wet and start getting clumpy. So we just add it in small amounts. So right now you're just putting about 1/4 of the mixture into the bowl. Then set it aside for a minute. Line a large baking sheet with parchment paper and set that aside for a minute. Then take your bowl that has your 2 tablespoons of coconut flour and your bowl that has the separated pork rind mixture and your bowl that has your egg and milk mixture. Set them all close by each other to set up a coating station here. Take 1 cheese piece and place it into the coconut flour bowl and turn the cheese to lightly coat it with the coconut flour. This is just going to help take away any slickness that's on the cheese. If you don't have a little bit of coconut flour on it, when you go to try to coat it with the egg mixture and the pork rind mixture, it's most likely just going to slip right off. So you do need a little bit of the coconut flour to help take away that slickness. Once the cheese is lightly coated with the coconut flour, then place it into your egg mixture and again turn to fully coat it. Once it's coated with the egg mixture, lift it up and allow the extra egg mixture to drip back into the bowl a little bit. Then place the cheese into your pork rind mixture and turn to coat it completely. As you're turning to coat it, use your fingers and press the pork rind mixture into the egg mixture so that you can secure the coating. Once it's coated, place the coated cheese stick back into your egg mixture and again turn to coat it. Then once it's coated with the egg mixture, lift it and again allow the extra egg mixture to drip back into the bowl. Then place the cheese once again back into your pork rind mixture and again turn to coat it. And again, while you're coating it, make sure you are pressing that coating in to securely fasten down that outer coating. How you coat your mozzarella sticks is going to be your make or breaking point. If you do not coat your mozzarella sticks properly, then the cheese is just going to leak out all over your baking sheet or your air fryer or however you're cooking them. So you definitely want to double coat your mozzarella stick and make sure that it is securely pressed in. Once the cheese stick is fully coated, place it onto a lined baking sheet and continue to repeat the coating process until all of your cheese portions are fully coated and on your lined baking sheet. As you're coating the cheese sticks, add more coconut flour to the coconut flour bowl and more pork rind mixture to the pork rind bowl as needed. Remember, you don't want to add it all at once because you don't want all of it to get wet and clumpy. So continue to add it in small amounts as needed to coat your sticks. When you put them on your lined baking sheet, make sure you have some space in between each one of the cheese sticks. You don't want them sticking to each other. Once the cheese sticks are all completely coated and on your lined baking sheet, place them in the freezer for at least an hour or until they are completely firm. This is a must. If you do not freeze your mozzarella sticks, the cheese will start melting too fast and will start leaking all over your baking sheet or your air fryer. So you do need to freeze these for at least an hour or until they're completely firm. After about an hour and your cheese sticks are nice and firm, preheat an air fryer to 390 degrees and lightly spray the basket of the air fryer. Or if you don't have an air fryer, then preheat your oven to 400 degrees and line a large baking sheet with parchment paper. Make sure that you keep the cheese sticks in your freezer until your air fryer or your oven is fully done preheating. You want to keep those sticks nice and firm. Once your air fryer or your oven has preheated, remove the sticks from the freezer and place them in a single layer into your sprayed air fryer basket or onto your lined baking sheet. Make sure when you are putting these in your air fryer basket or your baking sheet that you keep them in a single layer and make sure there is space in between each one of the sticks so that there can be a nice even cook all the way around. If you have a smaller air fryer like mine and all the sticks don't fit in at once, then whatever ones don't fit in your basket, place them back into the freezer until your first batch is done cooking. You don't want your sticks to defrost before you start cooking them. Lightly spray the sticks with some cooking spray, then place them in your air fryer at 390 degrees and air fry for 6 to 7 minutes or until golden. Or if you're baking them, bake them at 400 degrees for 6 to 10 minutes or until they're lightly golden. Be careful not to cook your mozzarella sticks for too long. If you do cook them for too long, then the cheese gets too gooey and again will start seeping out the sides of the coating. So make sure you just keep an eye on them as they're cooking. Once the cheese sticks are done cooking, if you're cooking them in the air fryer, then open up the air fryer drawer and let them sit in the air fryer drawer for about 3 minutes so they can firm up and not burn your fingers. If you've baked them, then remove them from the oven and allow them to sit on the baking sheet for about 3 minutes or so, again to firm up so you don't burn your fingers. Once the sticks have firmed up a little bit and they're cool enough where you're not going to burn your fingers when you touch them, place them on the serving platter of your choice. I'm dipping these in marinara sauce, but of course you can dip them in ranch or anything else or just eat them plain by themselves. They're cheese, they're going to taste good, right? I guess we'll find out, huh? Let's get a little bit of this marinara sauce on this. Remember, mine's room temperature, so you're not going to have that real stretchy, gooey, cheesy that you would if it was warm. So keep that in mind. Feel a little hot there in the middle. It tastes good. Still a little bit warm. I don't know if you can see the inside of that. Nice and stuffed with warm, melty cheese. Yummy, yummy. I like cheese. Another winner for Janet's Delicious Low Carb Kitchen. Yummy. Fresh cheese. You can eat these immediately. If you do have any leftovers, allow them to cool completely and store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator for up to 3 days, or you can put them in an airtight container in your freezer for up to 1 month. Eat and enjoy. And that's a recipe of the day. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.